Hello, let me continue with my video for getting started. The last video I used a slider to do your assigning of numbers to letters. This time around I want to use the drop down menu to assign a number. So what I need to do first is to create a list. Before you can do a drop down in Geogebra, you need a list. So how do you introduce a list? You need this curly bracket in your keyboard. That is this kind of bracket in your keyboard. Okay, so let me define it. Let me use, for example, area of a circle. So let me define this as the radius. So let me call it r equals to. So I want my r to be all these values here. Okay, let me just use a. I'll later define r. Let me use a. A equals to. Let me just use numbers to start it. So my first radius, I want it to be 1, followed by 2. Let me just stop at 10. Let me stop at 10. So let's keep going. Okay, so these are my radius. So let's put enter. So I've defined my drop down. So let me create my drop down so that you see how it looks like. Come to setting, see drop down, see the drop down have appeared. Then let me create my caption. So the name I want my drop down to show. So I want it to show radius. So that is radius. So you see it as you press your enter, it will appear here. So this is my radius. So that means I can pick my radius from any of these numbers and use in my calculation. So now how do I assign each of these numbers here as radius? So I'll create R this time around. Let me call it capital R equals to, you type SEL. Immediately you type your select, you see different options will come out. So I need selected element to appear. So that is selected element. You see in bracket there's list. So click on this. Then what is the list I defined the other time? My list is A. So put my A in that place. So that is 9. So immediately I put A as my list, you see 9 has appeared. So click your enter. That means anytime I select any number here, it will show as my radius. So that was why I said I will not define this as radius. Let me define my selected element as R. So if I click my selected as 10, it will show here. So I've defined my radius. Now let me define pi. We all already know pi. Just type pi. Geogebra understand pi is pi. So if I want to edit my decimal places, all I need to do, I'll come to this place, come to setting here. You see 2 decimal places. I want it to be 4 decimal. So it's showing 4. If you want it to be 3 decimal, see it will show 3 decimal. So let me just leave it at 4 decimal places approximation. If I want this font size to be large in the algebra view, or I want this radius to be large, I can also come here and increase my font size. Let me put it at 20. See, it has increased a little, or let me just leave it at the default at 16. All right, that is all. You close that. So this is my caption now. All right, let's leave that. That is my radius. If I want this radius to be big, I just need to come to this place. This is where I will increase the font size. I can only increase it in this place to make the radius bigger. Okay, so that is that. So before I continue, let me hide my algebra, my graph, and undo it. Let me hide my axis. Let me hide my graphical view. Okay, so now we have defined our pi to be b. We have defined our radius to be r. So the next thing is to put your text. So let's put our text. So in the text, all I want here is I want my area of circle. Area of circle equals to, go to your advanced. Let's look for pi in this place. So this is symbol for pi. Then let's look for times. Pi times r So let's look for power first. Let's come to latex. This is for power. So change this X to your capital R. Change this one to 2. Okay, so that is area of circle is pi r squared. So let me edit it to separate the area from the circle. So just right click, edit, gives one more space. Let's see. It's okay, it's come out the way I want. Okay, so let's go back again. So now let's put our calculation. So I say area of circle is equals to, this time around, let's use this. So the area we used pi to be B, so just click on B, then come to your lattice, get your times, then we use radius to be capital R, so look for capital R here. Then remember there's a square, let's look for latex. So delete this X from there, then put your 2 here. Let me copy this. Okay, so let's close the keyboard. Okay, so you can see it. Let me edit this. Let's close this, cancel. So to edit this, you right click, edit, give one more space. Okay, that is that. So this pi is not coming out as the 3.142. Let me just put it, since pi is constant, let me just type this value here, which is 3.1416. Let me just put it directly here. So this is the next line. Okay, then my final answer is what I will now put now as my text. So this is area of circle equals to, so my answer under advanced is, my answer is, okay, I've not done the answer. Let's cancel, please. We have not done the answer. So we need the answer, which is A equals to B as my pi, B times pi r squared. The r now is the capital R. So you say pi r, you can get your keyboard for your power. So that is this. Press your enter. Okay. So now let's define it in the text. So coming to the text, say your area of circle is equals to, so let's go to the advanced. Let's get our A. So this is A now. So you click on it, and that is that. So this is your answer. So always end with move. So that is it. You can close this. So this is your area of your circle. You can see it. So area of circle pi r square. Area of a circle in the calculation pi is 3.146. Radius, the one you selected, you can right click and drag it closer. The selected radius is 10, so that's why it's showing 10. If I want to change this one to 5, change, and the calculation is changed. If I want to change this to 2, see the calculation is changed. So in this you can assign numbers to your work using the drop down. If I want the radius to be 1, just click on it, 1, and the calculation will come out the way you want your result to be. So that is that. If you want to put your unit of centimeter square, just click on this one, right click on it, then edit, Let's edit it. Let's introduce our centimeter. Go to advanced. Come to latex formula. So put your square here. Then remove x from this place. That is that. So this is the unit, centimeter square. So this is it. Just arrange it the way you want it. Position it well. And that is that. So start assigning your values by using the drop down menu. Any value of radius you want, and the radius is 8. So that is it. So this is how you assign numbers to letters using the drop down. So that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Do have a nice day.